Hello there, welcome in to the latest edition of the SAU Softball Coaches Show. I'm Daniel Gallegos, joined alongside head softball coach Jason Anderson. And Coach, a lot of good news has been coming our way the last couple of weeks. Cracking the NFCA Top 25 2 weeks ago. You improved 3 spots, now number 20 ranked team in the coaches poll. But some even bigger news, more exciting news as far as postseason aspirations. First regional rankings came out for the NCAA Division II yesterday. Your team was ranked 2nd in the region behind Arkansas Tech. A great start for the regional rankings. Talk a little bit about that. The first time that the program has been regionally ranked, and to appear for your first time also very high. Just talk about that.
Well, that was our goal going into the season. The first weekend that we came back in January and we knew we were in springtime, we set out some goals, and the goals were to take care of business the first 2 weekends. And the main reason we want to do that is so when these regional rankings came out, we've been looking at this day since then, that we'd put ourselves in a position to be one of the top teams and put ourselves in a great position to know that we're going to be in line to get an NCAA postseason berth. So the girls bought into that. And of course, all of our non-conference games we won, went undefeated, and then we got off to a really good start in conference as well, which those are all considered region games. So that's kind of been the goal from day one. While you always set goals, it's nice to reach them. So I feel like we've reached the goals that we have set out so far. Still a lot of games to be played, but being that number 2 region ranking is a big deal for us and puts us in line to possibly even host a regional if we can take care of business from here on out. And that's something that'd be huge for our program and for the city of Magnolia and Southern Arkansas University. So we're excited about it. We're going to celebrate briefly because we still have a lot of work to do in order to maintain the national ranking, and of course, more importantly, the NCAA ranking.
You know, one of the reasons in which your team appeared 2nd, I think, coming off of a big showdown last weekend at Arkansas Tech. They're a number 5 team in the country. Kind of knew that they would probably be, regardless of the outcome of the series, would probably be first in the region. Mm-hmm. So it was a very big test. Team goes out there, competes hard, come away with the split. But obviously, I think, too, on both sides, you and then probably the coaches at Tech probably feel that maybe you could have taken 3 games, maybe not all 4 games. But, you know, just really great softball there, high-level pitching performances. We just came up on the short end of a couple of them in some low-scoring games, facing a really good pitcher in Jalissa Gum. But talk about that Tech series, going on the road, 1-2 in the conference, just everything that it was, and coming away with the split.
Those are the games you want to be in. I think we said that before we left, but 2 very good softball teams playing each other. I thought the series was played well. From our end, I think we pitched well enough to win the game, to win more than just the 2 that we won. I thought we should have taken 3 in the first game. You know, Beasley gives up 0 earned runs, and you know we lose a close game, and then we lose a 1-run game in our second start. So you got to give tip your hat to Jalissa. She did a great job and was rewarded for that, and some national recognition, and I feel like it was deserved for her. So not taking anything away from the job that she did against us, but it was 2 very good softball teams. It was a battle day in, day out, and it's 2 softball teams that's going to see each other later on down the road if things line up in a GAC postseason play and then possibly in the region play. So it was a very fun, exciting atmosphere. I think the girls were ready for it. I think we're going to learn from it and then hopefully be ready when we see them again later on down the road.
It wasn't much of a turnaround after that high-intensity weekend where you have to kind of reshift your focus and get ready for some more conference games. Completed a 4-game series with Monticello, the back half of Rivalry Tuesday being played here in Magnolia. Another split there. You split the first 2 games in Monticello, so overall a series split with the Cotton Blossoms. There were some games, though, that, again, you look at both sides. Both teams, I think, feel that it should have been more than a split for them, obviously in our case. But just talk about that, being back at home after kind of being on the road.
Well, quick turnaround, like you said, and played 2 very good games. Again, I mean, I think we knew this time of year, and this time of year, I don't care who you're playing. This time of year in conference play, I don't care where somebody's sitting in standings. I don't care what you've done against them before, or how good you think you are, or how good you think they are, or whatever. It's anybody's game, and you have to bring it. And that's what happened. Game 1, we left 12 base runners on or something like that. I mean, we left base runners on in every one of the first 6 innings and didn't score a run, and Kimmy's out there just pitching it and getting after it, and we're not giving her any run support, and that ended up being the difference. I mean, we did a great job to tie it up in the bottom of the 7th, and then you come out and we get a chance in the 8th to win the game, and we don't do it, and then we give up 2 in the 9th, and it kind of ended up being the difference in the ball game. So bounced back and got a big walk-off hit in the last inning of game 2 to salvage the split and salvage split for the series, and that's what you're looking for this time of year. You're looking for people your players to step up in those type of situations, because recently, I think at the Tech series, and then especially in game one, we had those opportunities, and we didn't step up and get it done. So late in the year, these next two series that we play, and then especially in conference and NCAA, we're going to have to get big hits. They're all going to be games like that. I mean, very little blowouts do you see in the postseason. So we're going to have to figure it out and figure out a way to win those games as opposed to splitting all the time.
Upcoming this weekend, you're down to the final 2 weekends of the conference regular season. Last road series going to southeastern Oklahoma. Tough place to play. They're a high-quality team, been doing it for a long time on a very successful basis. Talk about going to Durant, knowing that it's another big 4-game series, because they're right there at the top of the conference.
Well, I think they're ranked third right behind us, and you look at their numbers as far as hitting and pitching and everything, they're in the top of the conference in all the categories, and it's going to be another battle. You got to go on the road. You got to go there. Like you said, they're a very good team, been a very good team for many years. Even before they became in the GAC, they were a very good team. So we got our work cut out for us. We got to find a way to go over there and win a series, and that's what our goal is we need to go over there and see if we can get 3 on the road. If not 4, we always want 4, but you want to win the series and kind of hold serve with being that second in the conference right now. We'll need some help for some people to tag some losses on Tech. We'll be pulling for SWASU if we're trying to get in that 1 seed. But overall, we got to take care of our business and worry about our side. We got to go over there and we got to hit the ball. We got to pitch it and we got to play defense. And if we worry about our side, I think the outcome will be in our favor.
We appreciate it very much for your time. Again, that's head softball coach Jason Anderson. He and his Lady Mule Rider softball team are going on the road one final time in the regular season, going to Durant, Oklahoma. This upcoming weekend, a 4-game series starting on Friday with a doubleheader. Second doubleheader beginning Saturday. Be sure to check MuleRiderAthletics.com for all your pre- and post-game coverage of this series in its entirety. Coach, we appreciate it and best of luck.
Thank you.